Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl. In this problem, we're asked to solve the equation x to the fourth minus 6x squared minus 7 equals 0, and then write any complex solutions in standard form. Now just to remember, standard form for a complex answer or a complex number is a plus bi. All right, so we're going to begin by factoring. I notice that I can factor this expression using x squared minus 7 times the quantity x squared plus 1, and that will equal 0. Again, let's just check to make sure. Using FOIL, x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. The outside terms give me x squared. The inside minus 7x squared, that's your negative 6x squared in the middle, and minus 7. Okay, so now I can continue factoring because I notice my first factor, x squared minus 7, is a difference of squares. Now, it might be a little unusual because we don't think of 7 as being a square. However, you can write this as x minus root 7 times the quantity x plus root 7. Now let's look at our second factor, x squared plus 1. This is a sum of squares. And again, we don't normally think of factoring something like this. However, if we move into the complex number system, we can factor it. Remember that the complex number I squared is negative 1. So I can factor x squared plus 1 into x plus I and the quantity x minus I equals 0. Again, because this one moves into complex numbers, let's just check to make sure it makes sense. X times x is x squared. That's minus xi plus xi. Those add together to be 0. And I have a minus I squared. Well, since I squared is negative 1, minus I squared is a positive 1. And I have it factored. Okay, next, we want to find the zeros. Notice that I have 4 factors. If I have 4 things multiplied together that equal 0, one of them has to be 0. So either x minus root 7 equals 0, x plus root 7 equals 0, x plus I equals 0, or x minus I equals 0. Solving each of these for x, I'll have x equals root 7, x equals minus root 7, x equals minus I, and x equals a positive I. Okay, now I'm asked to write all of my complex answers in standard form. Now, my first 2 answers are real, but remember, all real numbers are complex. So I can write root 7 as root 7 plus 0i. And that's in complex form. Minus root 7 can be written as minus root 7 plus 0i. X equals minus I. This time the real part is 0, so that's 0 plus a minus 1 times I. And my last part is x equals 0 plus 1 times I. And now everything's written in standard form. I hope that was helpful. Thanks.